Welcome back to our discussion on finding the intercepts, zeros, and asymptotes of rational function. This is LBV GMath 1-2.6b, the second of the 4 videos regarding those topics. I am Engineer Peter Benjamin Obiano, your lecturer for this video. This is still under the second topic on our discussion on functions and their graphs. This video will focus on getting the zeros of rational functions. If naaalala nyo, last video ang naging focus natin ay mga intercepts. Ngayon naman, ang magiging focus natin ay zeros ng rational functions. For our topic outline, first, we will have a quick review on how to get the zeros of a function. And then, after that, let us apply the same concept in getting the zeros of a function to get the zeros of irrational function. At the end of the video, I hope that we will be able to learn how to get the zeros of rational functions. Alright, quick review muna tayo. Paano kunin ang zero ng isang function? Definition muna tayo. The zeros or roots of a function f of x is any value of the variable x that will make f of x equal to 0. Ito yung value ng x na kapag sinubstitute mo sa f of x, ang sagot ay magiging 0. Ang tawag natin sa x na yon ay mga zeros or roots. Let's say we have this example. Find the zeros of f of x equals negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 8. Now, ano ulit ang roots? Ito yung values ng x na magpapa-0 sa f of x. That is why, in order to get the zeros of our function, let us set f of x to 0 and then isosolve natin yung x. Again, ito yung ibinigay sa atin. Ang gagawin natin, itong f of x na ito ay gagawin nating 0. Magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng ganito. And then, let's just solve for x na lang. Ayusin ko lang siya. As you can see, we have here a quadratic formula. Since we are looking for x and the right side is 0, we can apply our concepts on finding the roots. So there are many ways to get the roots. Meron tayong completing the square, meron tayong factoring, meron tayong quadratic formula. It's up to you na lang kung ano ang gusto mong gamitin. Now, for this example, for review purposes, para lang ma-refresh tayo, gagamitin ko lang yung quadratic formula. Hindi ba? To get one of the root, that is equal to negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. To get the other root, ang gagamitin mo naman is minus. Ano ulit ang b? B is the coefficient of x. In this case, it's negative 6. A is the coefficient of x squared. In this case, it's negative 2. And C is the constant term, which is positive 8. So again, from the given function, A is negative 2, B is negative 6, and C is positive 8. Alright? To get the first root, gamitin ko lang yung positive part ng ating formula. So, gagamitin ko yung positive. So, again, substitute natin. B is negative 6, A is negative 2, and C is positive 8. Substitute everything, you will get negative 4. This is one of the roots. Tapos, para naman makuha yung isang root, instead na plus, ang gamitin naman natin ay minus. In doing so, we will get positive 1. From our previous solutions, we found out that one of the roots is negative 4 and the other one is 1. Thus, the zero of our function are negative 4 and 1. Of course, you can test. Paano mo matetest kung ito nga ba ang zeros natin? E di simple lang. Kunin mo kunyari yung negative 4. Lahat ng x ay gawin mong negative 4. Dapat ang masosolve mong value ay 0. Ganon din sa 1. Kapag sinubstitute mo 1 sa lahat ng x, dapat ang makuha natin na sagot ay 0 din. So that is how you check if tama nga yung mga nakuha nating sagot. Okay? So, I hope na-refresh tayo kung paano kunin ang zero ng isang function. Now, paano naman kunin ang zero ng isang rational function? Actually, wala namang masyadong difference. Mayroon tayong second definition, and ito yan. Now, aside from the zero or root of a function is any value of x that will make f of x equal to 0, isa pang pwede nating ibigay na definition is ito. The real number 0 or root of a function f of x is the x-coordinate of the x-intercept of the graph of f of x. So again, kung ano yung x-coordinate nung x-intercept ng graph natin, yun yung 0 ng ating function. Na-discuss natin last time kung paano kumuha ng x-intercept. Paano ulit kumuha ng x-intercept? So, hindi ba? Actually, almost the same. Isiset natin yung f of x na 0 and then we will solve for x. Ang difference nga lang nito is hindi na natin kailangan kunin yung y-coordinate kasi hindi naman intercept ang kinukuha natin. We just want the value of x. In short, almost the same ang gagawin nating solution sa mga exercise natin ngayon sa ginawa natin sa previous video. Okay? Since almost the same ang gagawin nating step, isa sa focus natin for this video is para ma-refresh tayo paano kumuha ng roots ng mga polynomials. Sige, let's apply the same principles to get the zeros of rational functions. Let's start with this exercise. Find the zero or zeros of the function f of x equals 1 over x. So again, our solution is to get the zeros of our function, let us set f of x to 0, gawin nating 0 yung f of x, and then from the resulting equation, let's solve for x. Ito yung given, f of x will become 0, cross-multiply, the left side will become 0, and we will get 0 equals 1. As you can see, wala tayong masosolve dito. Hindi naman pwede na yung 0 ay mag-equal sa 1. So, wala tayong masosolve na value for x. Now, remember this one. If the numerator of your rational function is constant, number, let's say 5, -6, basta number lang yung nasa numerator, walang variable, then this function has no x-intercept. Ayon sa definition natin kanina, root is the x-coordinate of your x-intercept. Since wala tayong x-intercept, edi wala ka ding makukuhang root. That is why the answer for exercise number 1 is 1 over x has no 0. 1 over x has no root. So, ganun lang. So, again, just remember na lang po ito. If the numerator of your rational function is constant, then it has no x-intercept and therefore, wala tayong root na makukuha. Nakita niyo naman dito, 0 equals your constant, and never mangyayari yan. Alright, so that is for exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 tayo, find the zero or zeros of the function f of x equals x squared minus 3x plus 2 all over x plus 1. Again, same solution tayo. Let us set f of x to 0 and then solve for x. This is our function. Gawin nating 0 yung f of x. Cross-multiply. The left side will become 0. As you can see, magkakaroon tayo dito ng quadratic equation. Again, pwede niyong i-apply kahit anong formula or solution to get the roots of a quadratic equation. Bahala ka na lang kung ano yung mas trip mong gamitin. Kanina, ni-review natin ang quadratic equation. Ngayon naman, try naman natin ang factoring. So, di ba, ang gagawin natin, if-factor out natin yung x squared minus 3x plus 2. So, I hope alam nyo pang mag-factor. X squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to x minus 1 times x minus 2. And then, anong gagawin after na factor out natin, di ba? bawat factor, i-equate natin sa 0. So, kunyari, yung x minus 1, i-equate natin siya sa 0 and then solve for x. Makukuha natin positive 1. Ito na yung isa sa mga roots natin. Ganon din gawin natin kay x minus 2. So, x minus 2, i-equate mo sa 0, solving for x, you'll get positive 2. Ito na ngayon yung pangalawang root natin. And from here, okay na. Nakuha na natin yung dalawang zeros natin. Thus, the zero of our rational function, one is positive 1, the other is positive 2. Exercise number 3, find the zero or zeros of the function f of x is equal to 2x plus quantity x minus 1 all over x plus 2. Now, there are many ways how to get the roots of this. So again, una let us set f of x to 0 and then solve for x. Ang gawin ko dito, pwede naman yung 2x i-transpose ko sa left side. So kapag yung 2x transpose natin sa left side, of course, magiging negative 2x na siya. And then from here, let us cross multiply. We will get this, negative 2x times quantity x plus 2. That is equal to x minus 1. And then from here, i-distribute lang natin yung left side ng ating equation. Magkakaroon tayo ng negative 2x squared minus 4x. Let us combine like terms, arrange. We will get this. Okay, and then simplify, we will get this. So therefore, the equivalent of our function is this. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 1. Okay, so again, the right side, f of x is equal to 0. Ito yung nakuha natin. Again, isa itong quadratic equation. You can apply any formula, any process that you want. Gamitin na lang natin yung quadratic formula. So, magandang gamitin ang quadratic formula if, let's say, talagang wala kang ka-idea paano mag-factor out. Again, the formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Again, use plus for one of the roots. Use minus for the other root. From the simplified function. So again, ang basehan na natin ngayon, syempre ito, hindi na yung original. Anyways, from the simplified function, a, the coefficient of x squared, that is equal to positive 2. B, the coefficient of x is positive 5. And lastly, C, our constant term, it's negative 1. I-solve natin yung una sa mga roots natin. Gamitin natin yung positive, yung plus. So, negative 5 plus square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 1 over 2 times 2. Solving for the answer, you'll get 0.186. Para naman sa kabilang root, i-solve naman natin gamit naman minus. So, you'll get negative 5 minus square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 1 divided by 2 times 2. And you will get the answer, negative 2.686. And there you have it. So, again, ito yung sagot natin na una, 0.186. Ito yung sagot natin na pangalawa, negative 2.686. And ito na yung dalawang roots ng ating rational function. As you can see, hindi naman ganun kahirap ang pagkuha ng roots ng rational function. Sa bandang huli, parang kumukuha ka lang din ng roots ng polynomials. Basta maayos lang yung pag-simplify mo. Alright, let's now go to exercise number 4. Find the zero or zeros of the function x cubed minus 2x all over x minus 1. I believe isa sa mga nabanggit ko last video is kung pwede mong i-factor out yung numerator or yung denominator, i-factor out mo muna. Tapos, if ever man may mag-cancel out, i-cancel out mo. Sige. I-factor out muna natin yung numerator. Yun lang naman yung pwedeng i-factor out. Paano i-factor out to? Diba? Simple lang. I-factor out natin yung x. X cubed minus 2x can be rewritten as x multiplied by x squared minus 2. May maka-cancel out ba? Makikita natin, wala. Since walang maka-cancel out, edi wala palang magbabago sa function natin. Ito mismo ang gagamitin natin panghanap ng roots. Let's now apply our process. Let us set f of x to 0. We'll get this. Cross multiply. The left side will become 0. Since naka-factor out naman na yung right side, then, ang gawin na lang natin, bawat factors, i-equate na lang natin sa 0. So, unahin natin yung x. X equals 0. Tapos na. Ito na yung isa sa mga roots natin. Next, i-equate natin yung x squared minus 2 sa 0. Transpose natin yung negative 2, you'll get positive 2. Get the square root of both sides, you will get square root of 2. Of course, hindi ba pag kumukuha tayo ng square root, dalawa ang sagot natin, positive at negative. Therefore, ano yung dalawang roots natin? Yung isa ay positive, square root of 2. Yung isa ay negative, square root of 2. Therefore, the roots or zeros of our rational function are 0, positive square root of 2, and negative square root of 2. Again, if pwedeng i-factor out yung numerator or yung denominator, i-factor out nyo muna. If may mag-cancel out, edi i-cancel out mo sila. Sige. Let's now go to exercise number 5. Find the zero or zeros of the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 divided by x minus 1. Again, bago tayo mag-proceed, i-check muna natin. Yung bang nasa numerator at nasa denominator, pwede bang i-factor out? Well, yung numerator pwede. Sige, gawin natin yan. Ano ba ang x squared minus 3x plus 2? Hindi ba ito ay equal sa x minus 1 times x minus 2? May magka-cancel out ba? Meron. Yung x minus 1. Sige, gawin natin yan. Ang maiiwan lang ngayon sa function natin is x minus 2 na lang. Alright, ito na ngayon ang gagamitin natin panghanap ng roots. So, ganun lang muna ang gawin natin. Bago tayo kumuha ng roots, i-check mo muna kung yung rational function mo ba pwede mong i-simplify. Sige, let's apply our concept. Let us set f of x to 0 and then solve for x. Magiging ganito. Lalabas, x is positive 2. Therefore, the root of our rational function is positive 2. Ganun lamang ang gagawin natin. So again, i-factor out muna kung pwede, cancel out yung mga factors na possible bago natin i-apply yung ating concept. Let's now go to our last exercise. Find the zero or zeros of the function f of x equals x raised to 4 minus 7x squared plus 12 divided by x plus 1. Now, gusto ko lang ituro sa inyo, ano ang pwede nating gawin if kunyari, ito yung ibinigay sa atin. Okay? Kasi ang mangyayari nito, syempre, di ba? Isa-set natin yung f of x na 0, edi magiging ganito, cross multiply, we will get this, and then we'll get this. As you can see, what we have is a 4th degree polynomial. Now, I just want to teach you something here. Paano mag-solve ng roots ng 4th degree if let's say ang involved lamang ay x raised to 4, x squared, at yung constant. So again, itong method na ituturo ko sa inyo is applicable lamang if ang meron ay x raised to 4, x squared, at constant. Sige, paano natin uumpisahan ito? Let's start with this. Let us let x squared equal to x and x raised to 4 equals x squared. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Ang gagawin natin is, lahat ng x raised to 4 ay gagawin nating x squared. So, itong x raised to 4 na ito, magiging x squared ito. Tapos, lahat naman ng x squared ay magiging x. Therefore, itong x squared na ito ay magiging x. So, again, x raised to 4 becomes x squared becomes x. Our polynomial, when transformed, will thus look like this one. Ano ang purpose nito? Makikita nyo naman, mula sa 4th degree, naging quadratic equation na. Ngayong nakuha na natin yung transformed na quadratic equation, we can now apply the different methods that we have to get the roots. Gamitin ko na lang dito ang factoring method. So, factor out natin yung x squared minus 7x plus 12. We will get x minus 4 times x minus 3. Again, anong susunod dito, di ba? I-equate natin yung bawat factors sa 0. Unahin natin yung x minus 4. So, ang x minus 4 equals to 0. Diba? Simple lang to. Solving for x, we will get positive 4. Ganon din gawin natin doon sa isa. X minus 3, equate natin sa 0. Makukuha natin x ay positive 3. Therefore, our roots are 4 and 3. However, take note ha, hindi pa ito ang sagot. Bakit? Yung 4 at yung 3 ay para doon sa x squared minus 7x plus 12. Hindi para sa x raised to 4 minus 7x squared plus 12. Kulang pa yung solution natin. Sige, tuloy natin. Nakuha natin kanina na ang roots ng x squared minus 7x plus 12 ay 4 at 3. Remember, kanina sinabi natin na ang x squared ay equal sa x. Okay? Itong mga nakuha nating 4 at 3 ay x nito. Mga x sila nito. But in reality, yung mga x ay actually x squared. Anong ibig sabihin ngayon nito? Anong next na gagawin natin? Ang gagawin natin ngayon is ganito lang. Kunin mo yung dalawang nakuhang sagot, i-equate mo sila sa x squared. Alright? So, kunin mo yung 4, i-equate mo sa x squared, and then just solve for x. Siyempre, taking the square root of both sides, x is square root of 4. At siyempre, dalawa ang sagot natin dito, positive 2 at negative 2. Ganon din yung gawin natin sa 3. X squared is equal to 3. Take the square root of both sides. Of course, we will get negative square root of 3 and positive square root of 3. So, ganon lang. So, again, after mong makuha yung roots ng transformed equation, gawin mong x squared equals the root and then solve for x. Alright? So, yun na yan. So, we have 4 roots. The answers are positive 2, negative 2, positive square root of 3, and negative square root of 3. So, I hope may natutunan tayong bago. So, again if ever man, ang binigay sa atin ay 4th degree at ang involved ay raised to 4 is squared at constant, just apply yung concept na itinuro ko. Sige. So, actually, we're done with our exercises. Pero, gusto ko lang dagdagan yung mga pwede nating makuha sa video na ito. Alright. So, before we end, gusto ko lang i-introduce paano kumuha ng roots gamit ang calculator. Now, of course, hindi naman pwede na calculator ang solution natin. Pero, ituturo ko lang yung method para ma-check natin kung tama yung sagot natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, let's say, balikan natin yung exercise number 2 natin. After solving, ito yung mga nakuha nating sagot. 1 at 2. So, alam natin na ang roots ng x squared minus 3x plus 2 ay 1 at 2. Paano natin ngayon i-make sure na tama yung nakuha natin? Pwede tayong gumamit ng calculator. So, now, using our calculators, i-check natin ngayon. Tama ba na ang roots ng x squared minus 3x plus 2 ay positive 1 at positive 2? Now, take note, ito pong process na iprepresent ko ay para sa model na Casio 570 ES Plus at Casio 991 ES Plus. Sige, pakisundan na lang po itong video natin sa may right side. Sige. So again, no, ito po ay para sa dalawang models na ito. Sige. Paano umpisahan ang pagkuha ng roots? Pindutin lang natin muna yung mode. So, pindutin yung mode. And then, press 5. So, pipili natin yung equation. So, that's mode 5. Next, ang binigay sa atin ay quadratic. Pag quadratic equation, pipiliin natin yung 3. So, again, 3 ay para sa quadratic equation. So, mode 5, 3. Tapos, ilagay natin ang values ng A, B, C. Again, A is the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient of x, C is the constant. Yung usual. So, from our equation, A is 1. So, type lang natin 1. And then, B is negative 3. So, type natin yung negative 3. If you want to enter a number, just press equals. And then, lastly, 2. So, type 2 and then press equals. So, nailagay na natin yung values ng A, B, and C. And then, after that, just press equals. At yun na, lalabas na yung roots natin. As you can see, 2. And if you are going to press the down arrow or up arrow doon sa ating arrow pad, mag-change yung value. So, makukuha natin 2 at 1. And, yun na yun. Na-confirm natin ngayon na ang roots nga ng x squared minus 3x plus 2 ay 1 at 2. So, ganun lamang po kung paano gamitin yung calculator. Again kaya ko ito itinuro para at least ma-check natin kung tama yung sagot. Siyempre, dapat alam natin kung paano isolve manually. Kasi una, I think hindi naman yata tatanggapin na ito ang solution natin. Pang-check lamang ito. Okay po? So I hope malinaw po yung purpose kung bakit ko po ito itinuro. Sige, last example tayo. Balikan lang natin yung exercise number 4 natin. Hindi ba nalaman natin doon na ang zeros ng x cubed minus 2x ay 0 is square root of 2 at negative is square root of 2. So ngayon, gamit ang calculator, i-check natin. Tama ba na yun nga ang mga roots natin? Again, ito po ay para sa Casio 570 ES Plus at Casio 991 ES Plus. Let's confirm na ang roots nga ng x cubed minus 2x ay 0 is square root of 2 at negative is square root of 2. Pakisundan na lang itong calculator natin. Paano ulit umpisahan, di ba? Pipindutin muna natin ang mode and then 5. Ngayong cubic equation na, we will pick 4. So again, it's mode 5-4 pag cubic. Sige. Anong ilalagay natin sa A? Yung coefficient ng x cube. In our example, it's positive 1. So lagay lang natin 1 equals. Ano yung B? Coefficient ng x squared. Makikita natin walang x squared. Kaya ilagay lang natin 0. Ano ang C? C is coefficient ng x, which is negative 2. So let's put here negative 2, press equals. D is the constant. Walang constant term, kaya ilagay lang natin 0. Pag nailagay na lahat, just press equals. Makikita na natin yung mga roots natin. You have square root of 2, and then negative square root of 2, and then 0. Again, if you want to get the other roots, pindutin nyo lang yung up and down arrow natin para mag-change yung display ng calculator at ipakita niya yung iba't ibang roots natin. So, yun. Using our calculator, na-confirm nga na ang roots ng x cubed minus 2x ay 0 is square root of 2 and negative is square root of 2. Again, itong calculator method is of course para ma-check yung sagot natin. Siyempre, I believe hindi naman tatanggapin ng mga teachers natin yung calculator lang na solution. So again, this is just to help us check if our answer is correct. Alright, we are done with the video. I hope that we were able to learn how to get the zeros of rational functions. The process, as you can see, is the same as getting the x-intercept. So, almost the same lang yung concept natin. So, right now, we are done with LBV 1-2.6b. Our next video will be LBV 1-2.6c. Ang focus naman natin sa next video will be on getting the asymptotes of rational functions. Again, for additional problems to work on, you may refer to QuexBook on General Mathematics, Chapter 2. Alright, that's the end of the video. God bless po, stay safe, and see you sa next videos natin.